Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. You join me out on the bobber and we're going to try something new today. I intended to record this video the other day on the back of a motor vlog, but it turns out the GoPro just didn't want to record audio for some reason. So we're going to pull up here in this person's driveway and we're going to actually try out, on recommendation of Richy Vida, who is a lovely chap by the way. I met him at Motorcycle Live. I've been looking for something to replace Google Maps. Never heard of this before. Apparently quite a few people are using it. Richy Vida used it, Teapot One used it, and probably definitely a load of other people. But we're going to try the Calimoto app. So I've planned out a little route on the browser. Now there are a couple of routes, and there's a few things about this. So let's just show this in map. Okay. So we get that. Start navigation. Jump in. There you go.
Let's go.
There we go. So hopefully that was fairly self-apparent. Like I said, I've created a round route on their route planner. And if you're not familiar with Calimoto, it is a navigation app specifically for motorcyclists. And a certain amount you get on the free version. They give you your area complimentary as maps on the mobile app. You can plan a route anywhere on the browser, and they have different grades for the intensity of the route. Now, I'm not going to try and do a tutorial on it. If you want to see some in-depth videos, Teapot One has done an extremely informative, very well put together tutorial and set of videos on it following the updates. But essentially you can either get Calimoto to create you a route, or you can drop waypoints and build your route that way. One little workaround I have found for some of the limited features of the free version, so because the gradings for each route, you can either have direct fastest, I can't remember what the next one is, and I think it's curvy and twisty route or something. I'll correct it on the screen here anyway. But essentially you can't have the most intense best roads for it to plan for you, but you can create waypoints. So you could get the desktop app, use that to auto create a twisty route, add the waypoints in along that twisty route to the point where that is the only way it could go, and then revert each waypoint back to the other tier. But yeah, so I've had a dabble on the app there, and I've requested to do me a short 23-mile round route, just to see how it goes. And there is a purpose for this. The reason I wanted to try this app out is actually for the Four Corners trip, which is why you'll find this in that playlist. It's all part of my prep for that trip. Helmet Head is currently putting the plan together. I think the Psychic's actually putting the plan together, but it's all technicalities. But yeah, so there's a plan coming together, and what I wanted to do was then take whatever they come up with and drop that into whatever navigation I end up using, which could be Calimoto, and essentially build my own route then off that, so that we do convene at the same places, but the videos aren't all the same. So I'm hoping that will then give the wider audience, or any of our shared audience, something a bit different to see, and not just a different perspective on exactly the same route. Hopefully that makes sense, and also hopefully that will pan out for us. So back to Calimoto. The interface seems really good while you're going along. It's not overly distracting. You can still pay attention to what you're doing. I know I've got another half a mile, so I need to actually have to do anything, and it's not stopping me from enjoying the ride. It seems to have picked a pretty decent route. Obviously this is local to me and quite a short one, so I'm fairly familiar out here, but not entirely. So the map is quite clear. In terms of line on line, it seems to be keeping up quite well as well. I find Google Maps, its tracking is somewhat challenging every now and then. I find myself missing junctions and everything because it hasn't kept up. But this, so far, seems pretty good. Keen-eyed of you will now also see that we've got the 2 cameras set up back on the bobber. It's more difficult and more work, but it certainly makes the edits a lot more fun to do. A bit more going on. I will say as well, let me know in the comments, guys, if any of you are using Calimoto and what your thoughts are on the premium features, and if that makes a significant difference to you. Because there's a couple of options there. So you can either have, wait and see what this person's doing. So from what I've seen, you can either opt in for just downloading the complete map pack, which I think is about €100, or you can pay on premium on subscription €50 for a year, or I think it was €7 for a week. And I'm in 2 minds. I don't know whether to just hold fire. I think I'm going to keep using the free version for now, and then when it comes nearer the time, if I'm getting on with it, plan out the trip on it, and then just get the premium for a week, use it for the Four Corners trip, and then go from there. But as I say, so far all seems well. Do a bit more of this this journey, and I'll drop back in with you. Training the Thruxton was definitely the right idea. See, here's the test. So on Google Maps, whenever I use that, you come to a waypoint and you're having to pull over and continue the map to then carry on. So see what happens. Your route just carries on. So simple, but makes a huge difference. We were finding that if you haven't seen it, the Green Lanes video me and Luke were doing, Green Lanes, B roads, lots of dirt, mud. Yeah, that video got me in a lot of trouble. That video did. On that video, we were using Google Maps, and every time we come to a waypoint, you had to pull over, like so. And it's to get it to follow a route down all those sorts of lanes and not drop you onto bigger A roads. You have to put that many waypoints in. So it then starts to, I wouldn't say ruin the ride, but it certainly detracts from it, that's for sure. Thank you, Calimoto. What a road. And thank you, Richy Vida. If you haven't seen his content, I'm sure most of you will have done. I don't know how it's taken me this long to come across it. Well worth a watch, absolutely well worth it. His narrative is brilliant, his storytelling is fantastic, and the journeys he does, yeah, so much content there. I'm still, well, I don't think I even scratched the surface of it, but I was quite fortunate with Motorcycle Live last year. Caught up with Biker Buddy, and he introduced me to Richy Vida, and then I started checking out his channel. On top of that, as I've dropped him a couple of messages just to, you know, get a bit of advice on a few things, and just so friendly, so responsive, but yeah, really good. So thank you, mate, much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you out there. Tell you what, the older I'm getting, the more house distracted I'm getting. Real ale and good food. And a beer garden. Well, the old bridge. How cool is that? What a cool little place. My word. What a road. Pardon my silence there, guys, I was truly enjoying myself. This right here might have just sold me on Calimoto. Old abandoned house or workshop or something. Abandoned pub. One of the other great features that I did see, and obviously I haven't tried it yet, you can kind of do a breadcrumb trail, so you can get it to trace your ride. So if you go out and just do something completely random, and you happen to come across something pretty good, it'll trace your ride, so then you can either relive that or share it with somebody else. So stupendous, absolutely stupendous. I am definitely doing this route again. Here on the left could be our new stopping place. My word. The Calimoto app seems like it could be a goer. I want to do a few more checks on that, just make sure we do some wrong turns, it doesn't leave me in a pickle. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking with the video this long. Appreciate you clicking just to watch in the first place and then sticking around, so thank you. And with that, the only other things to cover is I'm really pleased to say the channel has reached 500 subscribers, which when I noticed just bowled me over. I cannot, like, yeah, and that's thanks to you guys, so thank you for that as well. And if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, what are you doing? Ping the button and the little like icon as well, get that going on. It really helps the channel, and then you get to see some more great content, and I would hate for you to miss out on what's coming up. With that said, and the wind blowing a gust, thanks for watching, guys. Click like, subscribe, all the good stuff as per usual, and you take it easy.